Blessed love. Blessed love, y'all. How we doing today? What's going on? Sending love, some balance on this beautiful Sunday. Let's hop in and see what the stream's looking like. What's going on though, y'all? How we doing? How am I sounding? How am I looking? Should be sounding and looking crispy right now. Looks pretty good. Giving thanks. Blessed love, blessed love. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Sending y'all love, sending y'all balance. Linda Lou, bless. Key 13, big love, sending love. Sound okay, look great. Give thanks. Demetrius Williams, my man. I remember the email. I'm going to get to you. I got you. Give thanks, David John. Welcome, welcome. Dominique, blessed love. Welcome. Eve Mendes, Sky Fearless. Sending love, B-Style. Love, love, love. Kimon, 99, sending love. I'm going to go ahead and share the stream onto the IG. Didn't do that yet. And we're going to do it again this week where we're going to have y'all able to call in. Y'all are going to be able to join us live. That's going to be a super vibe. That's like one of my favorite things, that we're able to talk live. And y'all, I'm gonna update y'all on my channel. We're gonna be adjusting, not adjusting the channel, but really looking to come forward with I guess like more humanizing content, if you will. You know, share a little bit more of my journey, because I haven't really even shared my journey with y'all and where I came from, and you know, I struggle with all the time and going through that phase. So I'm gonna be sharing more with y'all and just hopping on these lives with y'all more often throughout the week, because it's a vibe, y'all. Blessed love, y'all. So we're live on YouTube right now. Come check us up. You can swipe up and come vibe with us. Bless. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. We bless, y'all. So let's see. Just made the avocado flatbread yesterday. Give thanks. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some of y'all as mods. I found out you could do that. So I'm gonna mod some of y'all up, because I know some of y'all be in here, you know, showing that love. Boom. Demetrius, bless. I'm gonna add the honorable moderator. Giving thanks, y'all. Definitely been in there, man. You already put that. So some of y'all are gonna be mods. Y'all could look over the chat, anything wild. But, you know, it's all good vibes in here. It's actually been super amazing. So, you know, y'all always been vibing. So it's not really much to really do. But yes. Linda Lou, can you do a YouTube video on your morning and night routine? What you eat in the week? Would love to see it. That's coming. Definitely got to share the rising and resting rituals, as I call them, the rising and resting rituals, and that helps, you know, get into the vibe daily. Because sometimes so many things are out of your control in life. So what we got to do is just focus on what we can control. And one of the most important parts of our day is right before we go to bed and right before we wake up, or right after we wake up, because our brain is in a theta brain wave state. And that's like we're in hypnosis. That's like in between the conscious and the subconscious mind. And that's that place where we can reprogram our mind, our beliefs, our patterns. So when we utilize the rising and the resting rituals like that, y'all, we're potent. We're potent with it. As adults, it's not that easy to reprogram. You know, it's hard. That's why it's like an old dog. Whether you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and that's just because it's difficult for us. You know what I mean? It's difficult for us to reprogram as adults. Once you're over the age of 7, boom, you've already been programmed. You've already, up until 7, you're like a a sponge, just soaking up everything in your environment. After that, and as we get older, like I'm 30 right now. So for me to reprogram, I gotta utilize my physiological states and the theta wave states, and that resting and rising rituals is definitely super important with that. So I'll definitely be sharing. Use your videos as tutorials all the time. Y'all share some right now. Like what kind of videos y'all want to see? I'm gonna just take some notes because I'm about to get into the lab and get to it. So put some video idea comments in there and then go from there. We're not dogs though. No, we are not. Wow, that's awesome. Do you take cold showers and do a breathing technique like Wim Hof? You know, I haven't done cold showers in a while. I can't front. I haven't done cold showers in a while, but that is something that I am looking to do. That is something that I'm wanting to do is a little bit more cold showers, especially when it's cold outside and it's like kind of tougher to wake up. Then that cold shower just really like charges you up. You know, that's that charge up. So I will be doing more cold showers these days, definitely. And some things that we'll talk about is just being in a peak state. Like one of my good friends, he really talks a lot about peak state. And that's like when we're in our peak state, that's when we're able to manifest our greatness and do what we want to do in this life. So it's a lot about how we feel in the moment. So a lot of what's going to be coming out in the next little bit is getting into this peak state, you know, because that's so key, y'all. If you go, like my homie was in the gym and he posted a video. He's like, I'm so hyped. I'm so excited now going into the gym. I'm charged up. And he's like, if you go to the gym and you don't feel like this, not like you're wasting your time, but you're going to get such a better workout if you go to the gym and you're already charged up, you know? So like what y'all saying, meditation charge you too. Sometimes, all the time. Like meditation's an epic way to charge up. Definitely. What I eat in a week YouTube video. Definitely will. What's your workout routine for your abs? We'll be doing workout content as well. I've been in the gym now, y'all. I'm wearing this sweater, so y'all can't really see, but I'm on that plant-based gains right now. I'm gonna be showing y'all how to get that almost alkaline weight gain, build some muscle if y'all looking for that, and otherwise just get healthy. And when it's like weight gain or gaining muscle or getting stronger, it's like you actually, if you don't eat that much, like I'm eating a lot and I'm working out a lot, so that's like how I'm gaining the muscle. But if you don't necessarily want to gain a lot of weight, you just don't have to eat as much. You know what I mean? So even if you do the workouts and this, like, even if it's like same workouts, but you just eat a various way, that's going to adjust a lot, you know? So we'll be going into that, y'all. Giving thanks. Cold showers in the cold in Canada. That's dedication. Straight up. Straight up. But it's dark out here. The thing about Canada is we're so far up north. Like right now, it gets dark by like 4 p.m. out here. So it's dark and it doesn't get bright out until what, like 8 a.m. So I'm up by 6. So then there's two things. There's 2 hours where I'm in the dark and I got to be charged up and the sun charges me up. You know what I mean? So definitely cold showers. Thoughts throughout the day, taking control. Yes, a video on your peak state. Thoughts throughout the day, taking control. Yep, straight up. Your calisthenic strength is lit. Calisthenics all the way. Does Fonio build muscle? Fonio helps you build muscle. You gotta actually use the muscle. You gotta basically force the muscle to build by making it work harder than it has to, and then it tears and then it regrows. So even the muscle building process is a destroy and rebuild cycle. So you got to destroy in order to build. So that's it. Is there a difference between sea moss and Irish sea moss? Are they the same? You know, it really depends, because if you look at Irish sea moss, it's really what they call it in Jamaica. And that's because I don't know why they really do. I don't know why they called it in Jamaica only, but it's because they use sea moss in the Irish famine. But they called it Irish sea moss. So that's the Jamaican sea moss is the Irish sea moss, which is really confusing, but that's what it is. And when you look at it that way, the Jamaican sea moss, the Irish sea moss is the hot water sea moss, the water that's in the sea moss that grows in warm climates. So there's different sea mosses. I don't think it's the names like that would really vary us, but it's like the cold water sea moss, the warm water sea moss, and that kind of vibe. So boom, I'm gonna mod you up. Dora, good calories with value. I don't even know if I talked about fonio, but fonio has the amino acids. Fonio has the amino acids that is required for you to build muscles. Because, you know, they say protein, you know, and Dr. Sebi was like, no protein. Oh, she is a moderator already. Give thanks. So they say the protein, but it's really the amino acids. And the fonio has the amino acids that's going to help you build muscle. So that's important. Do you have anything on vitamin D deficiency? I stay in the sun. I am vegan, but my doctor said I have a vitamin D deficiency. So I was thinking maybe it's something causing me not to absorb it. Liver cleansing your liver, and magnesium. Because what we realize is that a lot of minerals and nutrients, they're not solo dolo. They're not lonely minerals. They don't like to be alone. They like to travel with their family, with their friends. So magnesium likes to travel, vitamin K2, calcium, vitamin D. There's these different minerals that like to come together and travel and work together. So even if you have so much vitamin D, but you don't have the magnesium, you know what I mean? You won't really be able to absorb it. So yeah, it's important to look at the other minerals that you have in your life. Cleansing the liver is important, and go through cleanse, because it's not what you eat, it's what you digest, what you absorb. So, you know, we got to make sure we're cleansing. So it's so much different than just the one system that we're dealing with. Do they have the same properties? Yes, I would say so. Do you have any book recommendations that you've read along the journey? I'm putting all these comments in the bank, and I'm gonna be recording these videos. I'm gonna be going in on these videos for y'all. Next, what those wrenches next to some of y'all names? Just curious. That's the moderators. Those are the moderators. So if anyone really wants to be a moderator, let me know, and I'll be able to mod you up. That's for the people who've really been around, who've been vibing, and I see them in the channel, who I know not just gonna be wilding out, you know. So yeah. Does the Irish sea moss and the sea moss have the same nutrients? It would say so, like pretty much the same, but it's different. You know, it's definitely going to be different. But it's that high grade. You know, it's definitely that high grade. Do you have product recommendations for digestion? One thing that we're going to be bringing forward, we're going to get some digestion tea bag blends, because one of the best herbs for digestion is patchouli, and patchouli's rare. Like, I don't even know if anyone here has drank a patchouli tea or really seen the herb patchouli anywhere, because patchouli's usually an essential oil, and that's how we have it, as an essential oil. But patchouli's is epic for digestion. But other than that, you know, there's herbs like blue vervain, cassiolata, cerasee. Those are those bitter herbs. So, you know, that helps for digestion. We have the Slim Now blend, the colon cleansing blend. We got the Free Up laxative, which is a colon cleanser. Sometimes you just gotta cleanse it out, you know what I mean, and just restart and refresh. If your stomach isn't acidic, your body will not absorb the vitamins. Yeah, but it's not alkaline. It's not alkaline though. Did you say acidic? It's so funny. What's the thoughts of a bulb lamp to compensate the sun indoor at home during winter? So with this one is interesting. I've been doing my studies and my research when it comes to this. And what we got to do is, one, I'm just always going to be like, it's better to be utilizing the actual sun. But in the case, you know, where we're here, we're thugging it out this winter. When you have these bulb lamps, you don't want to get a cheap one. Like, a lot of these cheap ones, they only have a one spectrum of the light spectrum. So I'm pretty sure they have like the blue light, and what they're saying and what they're looking for now going forward is to have green light, like the different aspects of the spectrum which influence your circadian rhythm. And it needs to be at least 10,000 lux. And that's the units of light. So if it's at least 10,000 lux, then that's going to resemble the sun and the brightness of the sun. And that's going to put your circadian rhythm on. So then you're going to be feeling like it's in the sun, you know? So I would say some of these things are worth a try. Like I'm all for experimentation. Just make sure you're doing your research. Make sure you're studying it. You're not just doing it out of nowhere and just like, oh, I've heard this is good. Let me go to Amazon and find the cheapest product. Do your research. Spend some time, because I was gonna buy some, but I didn't. I didn't buy it because I realized the ones I was looking for was not. It was too expensive for what I was willing to pay at the time. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna just up my budget on what I can spend on this, and then I'm gonna come back and then buy that. But something I am looking into, and I probably will buy this before I buy the light to compensate for the sun, is red lights, infrared lights, far infrared and near infrared. And there's a light when you just like put it up on your door and you could just stand in front of it and get that. It's like you're in an infrared sauna and you get that direct to your cells. So I'll probably get that before I were to get one of those lights. Can you name good sources of iodine? Iodine, those are all those seaweeds. So when we're talking about the sea moss, when we're talking about the bladderwhack, we're talking about the sea blend, all those seaweeds are very potent sources of iodine. And that reminds me, there's a topic I want to go in on with Priest Kailash. And that's the topic of the importance of iodine in these other bodily functions, because iodine and the thyroid are very important when it comes to estrogen and estrogen dominance, for example. So I think, those kind of things are important. Smash the like, y'all. Smash the like button. Give thanks. Send in love, y'all. Got 25 likes. Got 50 something people in here. The priest is in here. So y'all send some videos or send some questions in the chat. But we're also going to have y'all coming on shortly. So y'all will be able to join us shortly. I'm looking for you to mod you up. I saw you in my other screen, but I can't see you here. But I'll get you. I got you, Chio. No way should you ingest essential oils. Interesting. All right, bless y'all. So let's welcome Honorable Priest Kailash. Honorable. Blessed love. How's it going?
I'm not hearing you. I'm hearing a lot of static.
Hearing static?
Oh, now it's better. It's better.
Now it's crispy?
Is the Empress? Yeah, now you're much better.
Okay, give thanks.
Now it's the Empress is born there, and then let me see. How do I switch the camera? I don't know.
Bless.
To face it the other way. I'm not really. Oh my goodness. But is the Empress there? Just
Blessed Earth Day.
You see, you have some quinoa there and some bladder rock well spiced up, so we just plating up. Let me make you bless up the Empress. Empress, you'll be live, Bless up Akeem.
Sorry. Okay, no problem. Blessed love.
Blessed love. Blessed Earth Day.
Blessed love.
Blessed love, Empress Itopia.
Allow me to call you back, please. Love, honorable.
Love.
And give the people a
message. Blessed Earth Day. How's it going?
Everything is black and beautiful. How are you doing?
Thanks. I'm excellent. I'm highly fiery. Prince Saba.
Say blessed love.
Blessed love, Prince Saba. Blessed love. Blessed love.
Yeah, well, we're just sending some love and healing energy to all your viewers. Akeem.
Good, thanks.
I myself, I have been enjoying the high grade healing word, sound, and power every Sunday. So keep up the good vibration, keep healing the world, all the ears and the fullness of all viewers. Yeah, give thanks, Honorable.
Give thanks. Give thanks.
Oh, and by the way, we're in the Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center ISOL kitchen.
Yeah, show the
I don't know if you
kitchen.
can see it
Okay, Baba.
This is
Okay. All
the
right. So I saw kitchen. So you have something in the yaba pot.
yeah.
So you have some earthen pot and wood fire, and then we'll be baking some things in this oven shortly. So earth fire that you're keeping it warm. Definitely. So we just give thanks as in this celebration time, as it is very important to celebrate yourself. Many people celebrate Christmas and all type of things, but they don't celebrate their own born day. So it's important to celebrate yourself as an individual. So definitely we give thanks in this moment of celebration of the woman. And as today we were supposed to really be discussing the St. John's bush.
Yes.
Which is a very potent herb, and many people, people are only aware of a particular number of herbs, and these herbs are the herbs that they might that might be available to them in the herbal stores. But the St. John's bush is one of the herbs that actually grows wild in St. Lucia. And when it comes to the whole realms of the woman's health, right? It is the most potent herb when it comes to actually allowing a woman who has amenorrhea, someone who does not have a cycle, right? Or you have fibroids, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and your cycle is scattered. It's there one day, not there again the other day. When it comes to the St. John's bush, right? There are many people who didn't have cycles for years. Like, I know a woman 7 years, she never had a cycle, with polycystic ovarian syndrome, right? And then what happened is that the green juice from the St. John's bush and also the strong St. John's bush tea every evening, so it's not something that you're going to be taking just one day and you expect that everything is going to be copacetic. It is a herb that, especially for that cleansing of the womb, so this is what you call the pigeon peas, right? So that is like one of the wild alkaline peas that grows up in the mountain. That's the pigeon peas. So we have a beautiful pigeon peas stew that will be going, because I'm multitasking. They say man cannot multitask, but I'm multitasking. So we'll have this stew actually going together with our. You have some broccoli and some bladderwrack. You have the pigeon peas stew, and also we have some great green ital salad that's going to come in with some avocados. You understand? So
When I come out there, Priest, we're gonna be doing a full
is
series,
all
cooking
the
series.
creamy nature of the coconut milk that is inside the head. So the coconuts are grated fresh, and the juice actually squeezed into it. So we give thanks. So the St. John's bush, as I'm saying, even in our Unity mix, if you notice, if as a woman you have purchased the Unity mix, when you place it in the hot water, you must observe the color of the water. Very important, right? Because of the presence of the St. John's bush, what's going to happen is that the water itself is going to become very red, right? Because the St. John's bush, it literally turns the water red when you make a tea with it. So the reason for that, it is very, when you talk about the signatures of herbs, it's because it is very potent in the blood building and the regulating of the flow of blood in the human cycle. So the St. John's bush, also in ancient times, when we used to have what you call conjunctivitis, which is basically inflammation of the eyes, and they call it the red eye, used to have this, what you call these epidemics of red eye, where everyone has red eye. I'm not talking about red eye, which is envy and jealousy, and I'm talking about the infection of the eye, right? So the St. John's bush is specifically a herb that you could utilize for eye conditions. So you just do a tea with the water, and then you take the cup, you put the tea in the cup like this, and you put it over your eye, and
Yeah.
you just raise up the eye, and you roll the eyeballs in the tea to actually help to cleanse the eye, specifically for that,
In,
right? So
let's bring it
this
back
the
a little
St. John's
bit.
bush is on the mind.
Let's bring it back because we
You're
gotta
breaking
let
up. You're breaking
everyone
up.
know.
You breaking
hear
up,
me
brother.
now better?
No, I'm
Is
not
it a
hearing
little
you
bit
clearly
better
at all.
now? Nothing. What about people in the chat? Can y'all hear? You hear me now,
A little
Breeze?
better.
Okay, I was just gonna say, let's bring it to
A little better, but
the
you're not enough.
basics. Let's bring it to the basics of St. John's Bush, because people don't even know. They
Bless.
probably never heard of it. So you'll connect. I know one thing is in the mountain up in that kitchen area. It's tough. Not that good of service, but what he's talking about, I'll give the little preface before he comes on, is St. John's Bush. And this is a herb that we are going to start to sell on our store, St. John's Bush. And it's Justicia Segunda. And it's one of the most potent herbs for women out there. You know, one of the most potent herbs for women. So he's going to give he's just going to be explaining and sharing more about this herb. And what he was saying about how it's good for the blood. It's a blood builder. And when you drink the tea, when you boil the tea, the actual essence of the water turns like red or black. And it's that potent. It's like it's not the best way to explain it, but it's like drinking blood, you know? It's like that much of a blood builder. And that's why they say that. That's why he's saying the signature, the doctrine of signatures, is that the herbs will actually show you its benefits without even having to study. You can just look at what the water looks like and you'll see that it looks like blood. So, okay, this is maybe a blood builder. And that's how beautiful these herbs are. And is it the same as St. John's wort? It's actually not. And if y'all watch one of my early videos, I actually made a mistake and I was using St. John's wort and St. John's bush interchangeably. But they're very different herbs. St. John's wort is more, they use it like for depression, anxiety, and things like that, mood related illnesses or states of being, while St. John's bush is a herb high in iron and is beautiful for the women, and like the priest was saying, is great for the eyes. So that's the St. John's herb, St. John's bush, different than St. John's wort. St. John's bush, you can Google it right now and try to find information on it. It's very rare. Like it's not one of the most common herbs out there, but it's potent. And it's one of those ancestral herbs that they've been using out in St. Lucia that I'm excited to get more access to. And since I've been sipping on it, it's like potent for the blood, for the workouts, you know, for my workouts, charging me up, building up that blood is so key. Someone asked, if she's disabled, how can she lose weight? So when it comes to this, it's just do as much as you can for where you're at, right? So depending on your disability, you'll just do as much as you can for where you're at. So if it's just getting up and sitting down, that's that. If, you know, just moving like weights up and down, or just doing some stretching lightly, and then just being mindful of what you're eating, like do a colon cleanse. And from there, just eat light, you know, be really mindful of what you're putting into your physical. That will definitely help on that. But just do as much as you can for where you're at. And then slowly build up. So the St. John's bush, we're going to start selling that this strong. We're going to have a Black Friday deals, Black Friday promotions. It's called the Black Owned Black Friday. So we're going to be launching a lot of new herbs, a lot of new ones. We're going to be, yeah, I like that. I just saw that in a comment. Alchemy Breathwork helps for disabled as well. Very true. When it comes to breathwork, breathing, it's very important, because when you breathe, you could control your breath in a certain way where you're actually using more calories, or you're forcing your body to work harder for oxygen. So yeah, definitely the breath is very important. Diet can only do so much. That's facts. But we're going to be launching these herbs this week. Starting on Friday is when it's going to go on sale. So we're going to have, I'll just share with y'all. So we got the St. John's bush is a new product that we're going to have. And we're going to have the stinging nettle. That's a new product that we're gonna have. We're gonna have the sea moss powder. That's a new product that we're gonna be having this strong. And also the full spectrum. We're gonna do 1 pound full spectrum. So that's gonna be the new updates. We may have some more. Oh, we got the cocoa sticks. I almost forgot. We're gonna have the cocoa sticks as well, which is gonna be super, super epic, super potent. So yeah, it's blessed. I would love to collaborate. Reach out. Anyone who wants to collaborate, just send me an email. Devin, send me an email at love@akeempierre.com. Send me an email and let's vibe. I personally want to connect. I want to collaborate. I'm in a space where I really want to work with y'all. I want to connect with y'all. I'm looking for videographers. Like, we're looking to shoot movies and films and documentaries. So, if any of y'all are videographers, if any of y'all have any of those skills or talents, then just let me know. Let's collaborate. Y'all meditation teachers, as we're running our retreat, as we grow, we're going to be looking for more meditation teachers. We're going to be looking for more of that. So just reach out. Really, like, I'm here to connect and grow with y'all and build with y'all and spread this message and share this love. So reach out. Cacao sticks too. It is my birthday too. When's your birthday? Nika, when's your birthday? But yeah, it's blessed. I lost my train of thought. Can the St. John's bush? Oh yeah, I was about to collabs. Yeah, let's collab. Like, if y'all have any ideas, like, someone sent me animation. I'm like, I would love an animation if we could work together. Let's do like a preparation animation. Let's do it. If y'all got some ideas, I want to build, I want to grow, I want to connect. So if you know someone to share, if you know someone that's a videographer, a graphic designer, an editor, producer, like any of those kind of things, just share. Because y'all, we looking to build, looking to grow, and looking to connect. That's for sure. Can the St. John's bush be ingested, and how? Not as a tea. Well, the priest said that it could be used for your eyes, but it definitely is a tea. And you make the juice out of it. So when he says make a juice, it's basically like a smoothie. You're just blending it up. So yeah, you can definitely have that. Looking forward to the cocoa sticks. Give thanks. Bless your Earth Day, Nika. When's your Earth Day? When's your Earth Day? I am the pioneer of alchemy breathwork. I'll send an email. Give thanks. Will you be selling the bitter chewing sticks? You know what? Let's thank you for that, because I think that'll be something important that we could add to the shop. We're gonna have something epic. July 4th is my birthday. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be launching an epic box, like a self-care kind of self-love box with these unique products from St. Lucia. So maybe, in the future we'll have that. So yeah, I would definitely love to have that come up on the shop. And you know what, y'all? I'm gonna go ahead. St. John's bush is not the same as St. John's wort. St. John's bush is Justicia Segunda. And St. John's wort is what's there, I guess. I'm not too sure. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna drop in the chat. I'm gonna drop the link. So if y'all want, y'all could go to that link that I just put in the chat, and y'all could come join me on this live. Let's vibe. Let's vibe, y'all. Give thanks. Yeah, so we're gonna have the live call-ins while we're letting the freeze vibe. They're out there vibing, having a celebration, giving thanks. Put on my coworker to your product, and he bought 2 items ASAP. Give thanks, Jay Fresh. Sending love. That's huge. That's major. Giving thanks. They're gonna come back to you in a bit. Like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was potent. Those products, So spreading that love, it does well for all of us. I hope that you used your discount, that you get in your emails. Share with them so they could have received a little bit of a discount, and so as you. Everyone asks about what herb to take drink, but never asks what diet to follow. People think they can compensate junk food with drinking herb tea. What's the pre-thought? So we did touch on this last time, Linda. The thing is that we know what we should be eating. and we know what makes us feel good, and we know what kind of diet we really should be following, but we just don't take those steps. So while you're on the course, you could start with your herbs, you could start with that. And then while you're going from, we were talking about addiction and food addiction, from food addiction to slowly progressing yourself to a place where you're eating almost alkaline, you're eating in a way that's fully in harmony with your being. But up until then, it's okay to utilize these herbs, because these herbs are going to help you in your transition. These herbs are going to help you with the addiction. For example, like a cerasee, a bitter tea. A lot of us are addicted to sugar, you know? So when we're addicted to sugar, you try to eat healthy, you're going to be like, give me some sugar, give me some sugar. You know what I mean? So what you do is when you sip on teas like cerasee, that's going to help with your addiction, and you're not going to feel so much of a need to eat those sugars. So that's going to help you in your transition. So when it comes to the compensation and with the drinking herbs, it can be used to help the transition. All right. So, you know, let the people enjoy their herbs while they're in their transition. Please, for the live calling to priest, show your face. Straight up. Show your face, or you are not going to pop up. Let me see. Pin message. Y'all ain't trying to get on the live call-ins, huh? Y'all ain't trying to do it, huh? I see. I pinned the live call-in. Jeff, I see you in there. If you want to hop on, let's get on here. Let's vibe. But I see a couple questions as well about the retreat. The retreat is, we're going to have the retreat coming up in the early parts of 2020, 2021. So we're going to have those retreats, and we've been building, we've been developing. So the retreat is going to be that much more epic, and a lot of a heavy focus on herbs and that level up, and also business and that business mindset and leveling up your business mind. Because I'm in that space right now where I want us all to manifest that greatness in our life. You know, I want us all to manifest that greatness, and we got to get out of our own ways sometimes. So we're going to be sharing a lot about that on the retreat, creating a plan. Jeffrey, before you go on, man, we got to see your camera. Before we have anyone come on, I want to see the cameras. Cerasee, so bitter, but good blood cleanser. Why I still crave chocolate a lot. I still crave chocolate too. Chocolate is it's a mood booster, a mood elevator. So we crave chocolate. Get you some cacao, like those cocoa sticks that we have. Get you some cacao, because that's going to help you with that craving. But your body may be telling you, I need some anandamide. You know, I need some magnesium. I need some iron. You know, there's more in chocolate than sugar, right? So you can try having the cocoa, the cacao, making cacao smoothies and getting those benefits. You know, exactly. Magnesium helps with chocolate cravings, because chocolate is a magnesium. So sometimes we look for a herb. We think we have this craving for chocolate, but it's really for magnesium. You know what I mean? So less, not decent enough. Come on, Cam. We got to get you on. Bless. I'm going to put you on, Jeff. We're going to get you on camera, though. Honorable. Jeffrey.
Yes, sir.
What's good? What's balanced?
What's good, brother Akeem? How you doing?
I'm Irie, man. Where's your video?
I'm coming right now. I'm trying
okay,
to
man. We need that video. Last time, no video. We timed out.
There we go. Blessed
Honorable.
day. Blessed
Blessed
brother.
love.
Blessed love.
How you doing? How you feeling?
Good. I'm feeling great. It's a snowy day here in Hamilton, Ontario. Woke up today to a lot of snow. And you know what? It's just one of those days I use for reflecting. It's a perfect day for reflecting. Just sit back, take in some of that, you know, nature's work, and just reflect on life and some of the decisions you've made throughout the week, throughout the year, throughout your life. and it's almost like a journal. You start looking back, and then you start looking at all the things you've done, and then luckily that journal we call life, or I call life, I could just put a line through some of the things that I chose to, some of the choices I made, and you know what, fix them, do better for myself, do better for the family, do better for the world, do better for everybody, for everything, you know.
Give thanks, Honorable. So Honorable, we met last week. You came in. This is Empress Dora's cousin, Jeff, and you're real inspiring for me when we were speaking and when we were having that quick conversation that we had on your journey, and how you're looking to, like, you've done it for yourself and now you're wanting to share that love a little bit. But let's share with the people who are listening of like some of the things you went through on your journey as you were transitioning, and how did you make it through to come onto this other side where you're loving cooking, you're loving the experience, you're like the biggest promoter of this health lifestyle now. Like, how do you become such a great promoter and a supporter for this healthy lifestyle? Like, how did you do it?
Well, to start it all off, to be honest with you, I love myself again. That's the greatest thing. That's step one, to start loving yourself again. I decided I went for a job opportunity, and one of the questions that it said was, what was one name me a decision or an important decision you've made in the last year. And I thought about it. I made a lot of decisions, but the most important one was taking care of myself, taking care of my health, loving me again.
Yeah.
When I say loving me, I'm not saying forget about the world, forget about your family, forget about everything, but you have to focus on yourself. You have to focus on yourself to be able to enable the rest of the world. And when I mean the rest of the world, is family, friends, co-workers, you name it, the bus driver. I don't know, when I go when I decide to take the bus some days to work, I get onto that bus and I want to give that vibe to that bus driver, because he might be having an awful day. Maybe something happened, and I want to be that guy that gets on the bus and I say, "Good morning, my brother. How are you?" And he's looking at me like, "Why are you so happy?" And I'm like, "I'm just giving thanks for life." I made that choice, a conscious choice. I made that conscious choice one day when I woke up, and I'm from Latin America. I'm from Guatemala. When I say I'm from Guatemala, I was born in Toronto, but I grew up in Latin America and Guatemala with my grandparents. My parents came to this country to, get ahead in life, to work. But when you do these things, back home growing up with my grandparents, herbs, natural fruits, all this, we call it alkaline, almost alkaline vegan diet. It was just a way of life. It was just something we did naturally. My grandma introduced me to this years back. But when you come to these countries up north, and you forget about these things, and you just go for everything that's quick and easy. So one day, along the reason I started my journey, and the beginning of my journey was I love to play sports. I was introduced to football, what we call it soccer here. And one morning I woke up to go play football, and when I get to the pitch, I went to tie up my shoe, and I was winded. I was like, wow, I'm so young, but I'm so winded. What's going on? And I fancied myself in pretty good shape and all that because I played sports. But then I realized, you know what? I'm not taking as good care of myself, so as I should be. And then therefore, I'm not being the best me. It's not fair. It's not fair to me. And really, I felt like if I'm not the best me for me, I can't be the best me for everyone else, for my family, for people I love, for people. So I decided, you know what? It's time to make a change. And it was that quick and that easy. It wasn't complicated. It wasn't complicated at all. People ask me now, how long have you been on your journey? I'm like, 2 years, 2.5 years. Like, wow, how did you do it? Or how do you keep on? Like, oh, it's not that complicated. You just have to want it. I want it.
Fact.
I
And
want it.
we underestimate the power of our ability to make a decision and actually stick to it. We underestimate that power. But give thanks, Honorable. I'm gonna have you come return in a future live and
Yes.
share a little bit more of your story and get it out there. But
Bless.
give thanks for joining us, man. It was an honor to meet you last strong. Keep
Bless.
spreading that love.
I'll say it in English and I'll say it in Spanish. Thank you very much, brother Akeem, for inspiring me. Muchas gracias. Much love, respect, bendiciones.
Con
And
mucho
again,
gusto, amigo.
you
Que
know
estés
what?
bien.
I wanna bring this message in English, but I also want to bring it in Spanish for the whole world to understand what's going
Yeah,
on.
it's important.
We gotta
All
wake
right, my
up.
brother.
All right.
Much love.
Much love, respect.
Bless. Take care. Bless, y'all. So simple. So simple. Once he decided he wanted to make the change, made the change. So key, so simple. That's the beautiful aspects of this life, y'all. It could be so simple. Cacao is the one. It's the truth. It's the truth. Boom. Let's see the airbender here. The black airbender.
Hello
Blessed love.
there.
How's it going?
Hi, I'm going good. How are you?
I'm Irie. What's going on? You have a
Beautiful.
question?
I wanted to talk about the breath. You were talking about someone was saying disabled, and I wanted to really emphasize how important the breath really is in transitioning to healthier diets like the alkaline
Mm-hmm.
diet, vegan diet, so forth and so on. When we transition into healthier diets, many traumas come up, many stress factors start to seep into the mind, and many of us don't have emotional tools like breathing exercises.
Mm-hmm.
And in alchemy breathwork that I created, we only focus on the nose because the nose also produces nitric oxide. That is the only way to really produce nitric oxide. You can't do it with the mouth. You can't do it with any other thing other than the sun being on you for like 20 plus minutes, and then nitric oxide will start to create. But the nose, that's how royal the breath really is, because it only takes the nose to create nitric oxide, which is key
Mm-hmm.
in terms of building stronger cells. And they're even finding out that nitric oxide is a great component versus COVID now. Uh-huh. So,
Well, it's like
yeah,
even Wim Hof. Wim Hof would utilize the breath in order to fight the viruses when he was getting
mhm,
injected. So even there
right.
is like there's been proven facts, studies where they actually utilize the breath.
Oh, he went out. Might be my signal. Might be. What's going on? Dun, dun, dun.
Blessed love. Blessed love, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. There you go.
Bless. My computer died. So I'm gonna use this
Oh,
computer
okay.
until that one comes back on.
All right. Cool. Yeah, you were talking about So I've been on a liquid journey for a long time. You can call it vegetarianism, whatever you want to call it. But
Mm.
literally went to Miami University, and I went over there and I said I would love to be injected with COVID and see what happens.
You did that?
Breath, I wanted to, but the immune system and our willpower is so powerful when it comes to the breath, because 70% of
That's like
blood.
our direct connection to our
Exactly.
nervous system.
Yeah, the blood, 70% of blood is literally in your stomach area. That's literally where the lungs pump the blood, not the heart. The lungs pump the blood. And when you alkalize the blood in terms of utilizing the breath, because the breath is the primary tool, and then when you add alkaline diets, you literally become a superhuman in that aspect. You can really
Straight up.
do
Honorable, we're
some
gonna
amazing things.
have the priest he's back on, so we're gonna bring him on.
All right, brother. Thank you for
All
having
right.
me
Someone
on.
was saying that they want to do a video on breathing. They say they
Yeah,
want a video of you on breathing, so you got to start your YouTube channel.
I already have one. Devon the Black Airbender.
Boom. Share it in the chat, my brother. Much love.
Appreciate it. Peace out, guys.
Bless. Honorable. Blessed love. Can't hear you. Silent, silent, silent. Let me know if y'all can hear in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear in the chat. I can't hear. Words of pure wisdom. You are good now. Honorable, we're going to remove you and then just come back on. All right? Bless, 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 bless. Bless, y'all. Yeah, I couldn't hear him either. Yeah, when he comes back on, we'll get into the St. John's bush. He looked like he was right by the bush. So we'll vibe out there. Giving thanks, though. My computer died. I'm going to go and switch over to this one. Yo. Boom. Bless, y'all. I can hear you, can hear me. Much love, y'all. So while we're here, let me go through the comments quick. My grandma was from Southern US and she moved up north. Boom. We'll ask that question, Linda. Boom, boom. I was recently hit by a car while biking and injured my head. Doctor gave me opioids, but I just won't take it. So I've been taking CMOS. We're going to put that question for Priest Kailash. So once he comes back on, we're going to get him to answer that question. Boom. Yeah, with it. Boom. 1 second, y'all. Blessed love. We back. We here. We good. Let me know if y'all can hear me now. Just return back to the setup. Give thanks to the technical issues. Give thanks, y'all. The Black Airbender is my YouTube. Sending love. Bless, y'all. So what we're going to be doing this week for all of y'all who are who purchase the products, interested in any of those products, we're going to be having a sale coming up this weekend. So if y'all looking to get some high grade healing, prepare for this weekend, because we're going to be launching a lot of products like I was mentioning earlier, but we're also going to have a lot of discounts. So y'all will be able to purchase then, and just trying it out. I don't really like or support these holidays, but if it's an opportunity for y'all to get some high grade healing in your life, then why not? So we're going to be having that coming forward. So that's going to be blessed. When are you foreseeing the next trip to St. Lucia? I know it's hard with the pandemic. The next trip to St. Lucia, well, we just certified our facility. It's a COVID certified facility now. So we could have the retreat basically like next week if we wanted to. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to have the retreat early 2021. So we're going to be launching those retreats in early bit of December. And from there, we're just going to let y'all know we're going to launch a couple of them. So then y'all will be able to prepare. And if you really want to go in June, you can start preparing yourself. We're going to have a couple next year. So get ready, y'all. It's going to be potent. It's going to be potent. I'm not going to lie. I'm waiting on that bladder cleanser on the website. We're going to have the free up colon cleanses are going to be restocked. So we're definitely going to have those in stock. That's going to be super blessed. I'm excited for that. And we have the free up coming forward. And someone was asking blessed love, y'all. Technical issues a lot today, but boom, we're blessed. Boom. Sky Fearless. Let's get your video on. We're gonna get you on. We still will take on some people in the chat. So if you want to come on, come on. Honorable Priest is here now. So let's join. Let's let the priest join us. Honorable.
Yeah, man, you clear now, man.
Yeah, bless. Where are you at? Are you driving down the mountain right now?
Yeah, well, I just like drove up the mountain because I have a brethren that was supposed to link me. No, our program normally is supposed to be until 2.
Yeah.
After 2:15, but so I'm just picking him up. Yeah, so we were talking about the St. John's bush.
Yeah.
Right, and the St. John's bush is almost essential in balancing of the woman's hormone. Right, because it is a major component of our yoni steam mix. As I said, that the water would literally turn red, right, because of the presence of the St. John's bush. And also it is a key aspect of the home cleanser, right? The home cleanser is a major component of the female package, right? So the home cleanser is like the main part of the female package because it actually helps to cleanse the home and also balance the hormones. So when you utilize the home cleanser, it is used in combination with 5 other bottles. The 5 other bottles will principally be the free up laxative that everyone knows about, right? And also you have the free up detox, that's a cellular cleanse. Then you have the pure green, which basically helps to boost up your iron level. Then we have the Feiduvan syrup, which actually helps to regulate the blood. And then we also have what we call the pure gold, that actually is the mucus remover and also helps in the circulatory system. So the home cleanser, one of the major components of it is the St. John's bush. So the St. John's bush is one of the herbs that actually normally overlooked, but principally it is the herb that is one of the most potent aspects when it comes to feminine health and cleansing of the womb of the woman. Because if it is that you are a woman and then you're not cleansing the womb every 7 days, when it comes to, you're supposed to have that principle that you have that 7-day cycle whereby every 7 days you actually cleanse your womb. Because if you don't cleanse your womb every 7 days, I mean, what you do, even if you drink a cup of tea, because you would be going through a part of that cycle every 7 days. So like you have the 28-day cycle, which is actually 7 fours. So the 28-day cycle, 7 fours, you would literally be breaking down that cycle into the 7 days, and the yoni steam mix would be taken like on the, so you'd be taking your yoni steam basically 3 consecutive nights after your 7 days of your hemorrhaging, or the 7 days of your cycle. So if it is that you hemorrhaging, that is what they call your menses. So you start on the first day. This would be like your first day of your cycle, which is the first day of hemorrhaging. Then you'd have day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. And on the night of the 7th night, that's the night you begin the yoni steam. And as I said, the St. John's bush is a major part of the yoni steam. So what you're going to do basically, you're going to do 3 consecutive nights of yoni steam, whereby you're going to be sitting down over the your yoni steam mix, your box or your bucket, whatever you have, for up to 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, right, in a natural lighted space, whereby you could look inward and actually cleanse also your thoughts and actually soothe your emotions. So before the yoni steam mix, you could actually take a nice sour sop leaf tea. You could take probably a patchouli tea. You could take a vervine tea. Any of these teas there would be teas principally responsible for actually calming down the physical structure. So while you in that realms there, you would literally be calming down yourself. So that is very, very, very important. All right. So when it comes to the whole realms of the St. John's bush, we said principally that it is utilized as a home cleanser. It increases the contractility of the womb. It's called an amenagogue. Basically, that means that it causes uterine contraction. So it is not a herb that you're going to be telling someone to use, especially when it is that person is pregnant. You don't use that herb there during pregnancy. Okay, that's why it would cause what you call an abortion. Right? So you only use that herb principally, right, when it is that you would use that herb principally when that individual, right, before their cycle, if it is that their cycle is very like drippity drippity drip, right, or you if they don't have a cycle, so the 7 days before your cycle actually start, so you're going to go 7 days before your cycle start, right? So let's say if you expect your cycle on the 7th, right, you're going to go on the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. You're going to be drinking your St. John's bush tea, preparing the womb for that cleansing process, right? And what it's going to do now, it's going to give you a thorough cleanse, right? So when your cycle actually do come, right? When your cycle actually do come, what happens is that you have a nice flow, nice cleanse. Your uterus will just be contracting nicely, and it's not like you're going to be having plenty of cramps, because what the St. John's bush also do is that it boosts up your iron level, right? So talking about cleaning the eye, right? Conjunctivitis, right? Any of these conditions, principally St. John's bush, okay? To cleanse the wombs of the woman, balance up the hormones for the polycystic ovarian syndrome. You have fibroids, right? You have amenorrhea. You have what you call infertility. Any one of these conditions that you have as an individual, what's going to happen principally is that you're going to need to balance your hormones. And the St. John's bush is the principal herb that you could use to do that, right? So it is important that we understand that and don't underestimate the St. John's bush. It's not a herb to actually underestimate, right? It's not a herb that you're going to put at the back of your shelf and everybody is saying, bam, bam, bam. As a woman, ritualistically, right? It's a herb that you're supposed to use, right? Even 7 days before every menstrual cycle, especially if it is that you have irregular periods or you have the pains, you have the cramps, you have any of these things there. That's the way that you have to go when it comes to the St. John's bush. Instrumental. So today we had expected to go in depth in the whole aspect of the lunar cycle and also the cleansing of the womb, right? I think that we could actually do that some other time when it comes to the St. John's bush, because the St. John's bush is also a spirit herb. It's one of those spiritual herbs too. So it's not just a herb that yeah, they call it Saint John's bush. So Saint John's bush. So when you had a saint before any herb, that's basically because the ancestors, the elders actually utilize it for spiritual realms also when it comes to protecting the woman. So the same way that it actually helps to balance the woman's hormones physically, it helps to protect and give that spiritual protection of the woman. So very, very important that we understand that fully and understand that, look, you know, you might not hear of many herbs you might not hear about, but it does not mean that uh, the herbs that you hear about is all the herbs that are there. There are plenty of herbs, wild herbs that go wild in the mountains, in the bush, right, alongside the rivers, right? And not because you never heard it before, that means that it does not exist, right? So it's important that we understand that when it comes to the whole realms of the herbal healing, especially for the woman. You know, always think about the St. John's bush. It's important. Instrumental.
Bless. Give thanks. It's potent. So when it comes to
You're
someone
breaking
in the
up.
comments, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, but like as if you're breaking up, and sometimes that does happen. Sometimes, especially when some and when you change something on your end, others hear you clearer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what
Okay.
has happened.
Okay. So I'm gonna put on the screen.
Come on, tell Bless.
Will this help with fibroids?
Well, it
St.
will
John's.
help with fibroids because what it does, it balances the hormone, removes the excessive estrogen, right? So this is basically very effective to help with fibroids, right? That also very effective to help with polycystic ovarian syndrome. Even when it comes to breast cancer, right? This actually helps with all these herbs, with all these different types of conditions because it helps in the balancing of the womb of the hormones of the woman. So all these specific conditions that are dependent upon hormonal balance, right? So anything that St. John's Bush could actually help when it comes to the hormones, definitely it's going to help with that. Very important. Yeah, blessed.
Yeah, I think that's important just for when it comes to fibroids and the hormonal balancing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you clear now. You clear now. Yes,
Yeah.
well, I mean, fibroids is caused by estrogen dominance. You're talking about
Mhm.
um, a disease that is literally caused because a woman has excessive estrogen. It's called what you call a leiomyoma, meaning that it's a tumor that grows in the muscle of the womb of the woman, right? So this is important in understanding that because when you understand that an excessive amount of estrogen can literally cause a tumor to grow in the womb. So then you understand that being that if it is that tumor can grow in the womb, that means that you are also at risk when it comes to tumors growing in the breast. You are at risk to also diabetes. You are at risk to also ovarian cancer and all these different types of conditions. So it is very important, right? So the St. John's Bush definitely for fibroids. But if it is that you have fibroids, you would not be taking, especially uterine fibroids. That is what you call intracavity, that is right within the womb of the woman. If you have that intracavity fibroid, you won't be taking the St. John's Bush the 7 days before the cycle. You'll be taking it during ovulation time, right? Okay, or just before ovulation. So that is the 7 days after your cycle have stopped. You wait for 7 days and then you take it the 7 days leading towards the 14th day of your menstrual flow, which will not your flow, which will be your menstrual cycle, which will literally be like the time for ovulation. Very important. Yeah, bless.
Bless. Give thanks. And can you apply the pounded leaves over the womb area as a poultice?
And what's that? Can we apply the pounded leaves directly over the womb? Of course, any herb that you could actually use internally, because we personally don't use anything externally that we don't use on the inside. Like you have
Mhm.
the sanitizers. Everywhere you go, say, "Oh, sanitize your hands." I work with my own sanitizer. I mean, if it is that I cannot drink it, I won't put it on my skin. Because your skin is the biggest organ, right? So whatever you put on the outside of your physical structure would eventually get inside of the bloodstream. So it makes no sense to say, well, for external use only. We don't agree with that, right? So if you could use the St. John's bush internally for fibroids, you could do a poultice with it, right? And you could add some cayenne pepper, you could add some rock salt, you could add some castor oil principally, and all these things that would help to create what you call an osmotic gradient, whereby you could have a movement of liquids, a movement of toxins from one area to the other area, out of the womb area into the poultice on the outside, and also the phytochemicals, right, out of the leaves into the bloodstream of the individual because of the oil that you actually add to the poultice.
Bless. Give thanks. Can you use it
Rastafari.
in a hysterectomy?
Well, I mean, if you have a hysterectomy, that means that you have no womb. But if you have like a partial hysterectomy, that would mean that, okay, well, you might still have an ovary. And whether or not you don't have a womb, you could still utilize the St. John's bush. Or even if you don't have an ovary, you can still utilize the St. John's bush because principally it is a female herb. And as I said, it helps to balance your hormones. So it works on the endocrine system, right? So it does not only just work on the womb. The womb of the woman is just one aspect of the endocrine system. And there are
Mhm.
also some species within the physical structure. Like you have some remnants of tissues that actually will still produce some hormones that are actually key. Right? So even if you have a hysterectomy, right? You could still utilize the St. John's bush.
Okay. So even for the other question about if I don't have my cycle, then yes, you could still take it, even if
Well,
not.
you see, a lot of women does have what you call premature menopause. You know, menopause is pausing on man. You know, men
Hmm.
on pause, like you just pause on man. So as a woman, you pause on man. So when it
Yeah.
is that some people has paused on man too early, so they have to press play. You know, so you have
Hmm.
to press the playback because sometimes it's just hormonal imbalance, and then you book your cycle just stop, and you take on a little female package, and boom, and 27
Interesting.
you have a cycle again. And then
Hmm.
menopause, not only that you don't have a cycle, that means that the lubrication, right, within the vaginal walls have actually stopped. You know, so it is very dry, and you know it's very difficult even to engage in sexual intercourse, and also you have a decrease in libido. So it's not just that your cycle stopped. You know, it's that your whole physiology as a human, biochemistry as a human has changed, right? So definitely it will change when it comes to the whole aspect of your overall anatomy and histology, right? So it is important that when you get into these phases of your existence, that you still know how to balance yourself. Important just to balance yourself and know how to
Hmm.
deal with it.
Yeah, very true. So someone asked, where can I get these herbs? You can get them at www.akeempierre.com. We're gonna launch that in this coming week for Friday, so y'all will be able to get it then. Someone asked, will the clay pot and coconut chalice be on sale for next week as well? Not yet. That's going to be going into December. So y'all can stay tuned to find out when we're going to launch that and how we're going to launch that. But that's going to be like a special package. It's going to be a super special box package that we're going to be putting together for y'all. So y'all will be able to full enjoy the whole experience.
Well, I mean, the clay pots that I will be selling for the incense is, you know, these are handmade. You know, so it
Mm-hmm.
is not just something that's machine made. These things are handmade, and they
I'm
are
going to go
made
get
in
one.
particular.
Keep talking.
What's that?
I'm gonna go get one, but keep talking. I'll be gone.
Okay, all right, blessed. So the coal pots are handmade. They're not just made like just something you put on the machine and you roll off. Right? They are handmade, literally. And when things are made handmade in the Caribbean region, to actually maintain that fortitude, right? They are made in a particular moon cycle. So it is very important that we also understand that the coal pots and also the incense, they only could be harvested on particular moon cycles, right? So it's not something that come on the bottom. It's not so- it's not something that you just go and harvest them on today and then that. No, you have to harvest these things there on particular moon cycles, and for the clay not to crack when you actually put it in the big fire to actually treat the clay. That has to be done in particular moon cycles also. I mean, there are some people who just put a chemical in it, a binder or something to stick it. But because you don't want to put a binder in it and you want to keep it natural, you have to work with the moon. So it's the same way if you're going to make a bamboo hut, a hut, right? If you just cut the bamboo on the day before the new moon, it won't take any termites. But if you go and you cut it, right, um, after the new moon or in the full moon, definitely you're gonna get termites, right? Or else, if you want to be chemical, you could just use some chemicals to kill the termites. But if you want to say natural or ital, definitely you'd have to use the lunar system, you know, to actually get that into the correct proportion. Give thanks.
Give thanks. So here's the clay pot. So this is what we're using to burn the incense, to light the incense. I have on top here, I just put a coconut charcoal. And then I was just burning some sweet bay leaf. So that's what I was using. But these are something that are available soon. And a little bit smaller than this, but I'm like, this is like so epic. No friend.
Honorable.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Sky Fearless she's in the chat. We're gonna have her come on. Boom. But yeah, it's gonna be an epic potent package when we come forward with that. Boom. Sky Fearless, bless and love.
Hey now.
Hey, how's it
Can
going?
you hear me okay?
crispy clear.
Okay,
Right on there,
awesome.
just
First of all, it's so wonderful to be able to
professional.
talk to you. I think you're awesome.
Professional.
I started following you about 2 years ago. And the one thing I noticed about you is that you were happy. In spite of everything that's going on in the world, you was happy. And I knew it had everything to do with what you were putting in your body. So it kind of influenced me in a major, major way. But the reason why I wanted to come on and speak to you is because I recently, 3 weeks ago, I got diagnosed with COVID. And it really, really blew my mind because I am vegan. I am very holistic. I take very, very good care of my body. I'm constantly checking in with myself to make sure I'm okay. And so it was like, wow. And the symptoms of this were everything it says, everything. And it started with 5 days of a cracking headache, and I don't get headaches. And when I say my head felt like it was going to crack open, it felt like it was literally going to crack open. And that's how I knew something was wrong with me. And once I went in and they ran a test on me, that's when all the other symptoms came. My main concerns about it is the loss of smell and the loss of taste. For me, I'm constantly smelling essential oils. I love flowers, And so when I woke up one morning to light an incense and I couldn't smell it, I almost lost my mind. So I'm like, this is crazy. Why wouldn't I? And it was to the point if my house had something burning in it, I wouldn't have been able to smell it. And it was a very, very scary situation for me. And so it lasted for about 2 weeks. This is my third week, and I'm really just coming out of it. I can't go to the gym because I'm so winded. The level of depression that you get with this. Unfortunately, I lost my mother to COVID in June. With losing the greatest love of my life, I wasn't even this depressed. It was such an attack on my mind that I couldn't even understand it. The one thing that helped me a lot is my girlfriend sent me an essential oil called Console by doTERRA. And I want to say it had patchouli in it. And I want to say it had some other really, really good oils in it. And it helped me with the depression that I was going through. But another thing was a frequency wave that I played for my crown. Because all I'm thinking is like, I don't get headaches. I need to do something about what's going up here in my head. And so what my hope is by sharing this with y'all is that because y'all are so deep in the holistic healing community that y'all will influence other people to make videos about how to heal after you come out of it. Because the truth of the matter is we are coming out of it. But my concern is even with, I got my smell back earlier this week. And even with being able to smell again, my nose is so raw, I've literally had to put coconut oil up inside of it. I've been taking detox baths, but still everything is the same. I'm still, all of this is so drastically affected. I need to know how to heal myself after coming out of this. And I think that goes for the whole world. So if y'all could start doing videos on that, on how we can heal ourselves when we come out of something like that, I think that's going to benefit everybody in such a great manner. And if you could do it as soon as possible, or maybe shoot me an email so I can start working on it right now, because I don't like feeling like I don't have control over my health when I know I'm doing what's right. And it's really because this virus is so drastic. And because the level of depression that I went through and that I'm still trying to come out of right now because of it, I understand why people are giving up and why maybe we are having so many casualties from it. I don't think it's everything that they're saying, but I do understand that it attacks your immune system and it's so powerful because it attacks your head first, period. So if y'all could get some videos out to help us to start rebuilding our body after someone goes through this, I think it would be great. And I would be really grateful for it.
Bless. Thank you for sharing your story and story about your mother. Love and balance. But I feel like you want to touch on that, on like recovering.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely. See, if the coronavirus, one of the most important things is to catch it when it starts, right? So, what we do is that we actually give high doses of elderberry. So the elderberry plant, right? So we use. I remember when some clients of ours, I mean, some people from Guyana and even here in St. Lucia, when they cut the fever, children also, right? What we did is that immediately, like for the children, we used the elderberry flower, right? And then also what we did was a nasal steam, because what happens is that, because it's an RNA virus, right? So it's something, RNA viruses are just basically very unstable sequences of nucleotides. Right now, they are not really naturally occurring because they are so unstable that they will be constantly mutating. So it's not like as if you're going to have one particular fix for this, just like the HIV virus. I mean, up to now, they cannot really find a vaccine because an RNA virus is very unstable. You have the H1N1 virus, which is basically the flu virus. It's also like an RNA virus. So every flu year, you'll have 4 vaccines that they already have already predated because of the expected mutations. Right? So when it comes to these things, just like the flu, because an RNA virus, you have to ensure that when it starts off on you, you just attack very hard. So we're talking about strong elderberry leaf infusions. And for babies, you're talking about the flowers, the white flowers of the elderberry plant. And what we did is that even in St. Lucia, we had live on television. We showed the people how to do the nasal steams, principally utilizing the anamu, which is the gully root. Now, the gully root is one of the most potent mucus removers. It will make your eye run, make your nose run. So because mucus is so sticky, as long as the virus attaches itself to your mucus layer, because all your from your nasal passage all the way down, right above here is what you have the olfactory bulb, which comes from what you call a cribriform plate. That's a part of your brain that actually extends right in your nasal cavity. So this is what's responsible for smell. So the reason why you would have no smell is because that area that is literally plastered with mucus, right? Because of the inflammation, your physical structure will produce more mucus to actually, in an attempt to lubricate the nasal passage. All right. So when it gets chronic, that mucus turns into a ball. There are people who've had like these problems, and they come to our center, and when they after a period of time, when they literally sneeze, they sneeze out like plugs of mucus. You understand? So it is important. The nasal steam, very important. It's not like something that even after the COVID, you're supposed to do the nasal steam. You use like the anamu, the bay leaf, all these are heat herbs, right? And also we use things like your comfort oil or your comfort essential oil, eucalyptus essential oil, all these oils, and you cover your head. You put it in a boiling pot of water, the steam actually steaming through, right? And you take some deep breaths, right? Deep breaths of the heat to clear out that nasal, that heaviness, which is basically a blockage of the frontal. There's something called your frontal sinus, because your sinus is basically holes that gives you access into your cranium, right? So the frontal sinus that drips right there into the nasal cavity. When you take some deep breaths, you could actually clear it out and remove the mucus that's attached. So that's significant, right? So these are things that you could do by yourself, right? But I would just recommend you go on a fast, and also what you do after the fast, you could just drink plenty of liquids, green juices, and these things, they are very instrumental.
Okay. Is it anything specific I should be fasting from?
It is not just you have to do. Well, I mean, just go on a liquid fast.
A liquid
no
fast.
fried
Okay.
foods, no cooked foods, and even the raw foods, try to do like fresh vegetable salads, and also what you do, you avoid too many synthetic foods.
Okay. Thank you so much for that information. I really appreciate it. You rock.
Give thanks, love. Yes, brother Akeem, you gone?
Yeah, I'm here. Les, you just chefing up right now?
Yeah, well, I was hearing a clear, but I'm hearing you like as if you were them kind of monsters again, man. Like, rah. I don't know why you
Les,
I was hearing her so nice.
I don't know why. Let me see what someone
I'm
finna be
still hearing you
sneezing
like a
on me.
monster.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
why?
Still, 1 second. I'm gonna hop off, and then you just speak, and I'll come back on, priest. All right. I'm gonna hop off, and it's gonna.
I'm still in that breaking up thing now. Let me see that.
Les.
In commercial products like Yeah. Bless, you there?
Here's one. What is the yes?
Huh?
Bless, bless,
Yeah,
bless,
bless. You sound
bless.
better now.
Okay,
Dylan,
okay. Give
come on.
thanks. But yes, thanks for that information, and thank you for coming on, Sky, and sharing your experience, and putting it out there. I think it is important that we do share what we go through, and we do share more than just the hype around it and all that excitement, and we share like how we can actually heal from it after that. So give thanks. Makati's in the building, sending love. Chief, the medicine man, yes, animal guinea hen weed. When my herbs get here, I'm going to start a liquid and herb fast. Give thanks, sending love. What is the color we should look for in animal? Animal is a green. It's a pretty beautiful green, right? The
Yeah,
leaf,
man.
and then the root is a nice, almost like my shirt is like animal. This is like an animal color, the animal root. Emperor Chanel's in there. Blessed love.
Yeah. I can tell you blessed.
Blessed love.
Chris Richie is there
Bless the
too.
love, honorable.
Blessed love, honorable.
Yeah,
Sending
give
love.
thanks to
Nice to
life.
see you. Definitely give thanks. Give thanks. You have a word? You have a word for the people, real quick?
Well, give thanks to life, health, and strength, and we give thanks to such blessed day going through. Divine Earth Day of the Royal Goddess also. So it's more life to the people continually. And remember, your food is your medicine and your medicine is your food. So we give thanks to health and we give thanks to our wealth because when health is gone, everything else is gone. So give thanks to life.
Thanks. Thanks.
Majesty.
Sending love, y'all. Much love, y'all. So that's the stream for today. We're about to wrap up. Let y'all get to preparing this feast.
Give thanks, because give thanks again to the divine people that are watching at this time. We are definitely, here at the Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center, we're extending life to all the people, four wings of earth continually. And it's a beautiful day, it's a mystical day also. As we say, it's the divine earth day of the royal goddess and our empress Ethiopia within this time. So we give thanks, it's a perfect blessing that is going through now. And the divine angels are blessing all angels, four wings of earth. So it's a very beautiful moment at this time. So and I hope that everyone
Beautiful.
is keeping themselves safe at this time. You strengthen up your immune system, which is your defense force against the virus that is going through at this time. Give your immune system, your army, all the ammunitions that are necessary to fight, whatever viruses are coming around. So do remember, drink up your vervein and your gully root teas also. And remember to get your C's. And also remember your packages because the Great Physician International always delivers. So remember the female package and your male packages also with your prosperity, your answer. Because so many questions, but we have the answer. So remember the answer there for you also. Right. So we give
Yes.
thanks to the beautiful smile going through.
Always, when I see you, always a smile. You always bring joy
Yeah.
to my life. Like I can't
Yes.
help it. Just always great
Right.
vibes. Like, always an honor to be in your presence, to be here speaking with you, sending love. Give thanks for those words. Like always when you speak to us, there's some truth. That
Yes,
truth.
honorable. Yes, we give thanks, man. As we said before, remember when health is gone, everything is gone, and knowledge and wealth and everything. So remember, health is the perfect wealth. So just keep that. And once we have good health in our physical structure, we prolong our days to continue to extend life onto the people because it's like a relay. So we pass on life and more life onto the people in this time. So give thanks to life. Blessed
Give
love.
thanks, honorable. Love.
Honorable.
Sending love. Love,
Majesty.
love, love. Blessed love, y'all. That's that's the power out there. Giving thanks. Just being
So,
out there is the vibe.
yeah,
Blessed
that's
priest.
it for now.
That's it for
I'm going
now.
into celebration and Bona Chalice and things. So remember
Give
the chalices
thanks.
will be available very soon, probably
Mhm.
next 14 days.
Yeah.
And our next shipment will be sending plenty of the cold pots up and the incense, so at least you could prepare for the Christ, the not the Christmas, the Xmas and the, but I mean definitely for the season, right?
Yeah.
So don't get
Definitely.
seasoned. Yeah, right.
All right, free.
I discovered something while I was rewriting my book.
Mm-hmm.
Um, anyway, I'll share it with some other time.
Okay, bless. All right,
Okay,
love.
love, blessed.
All
Give
right, love.
thanks.
Bless Empress Itopia. Bless Earth Day. Sending love.
Love.
Bless love, Princess Pi Pi. You blessed?
Yes.
Yes, I'm good. Cousin
Bless.
Akeem.
Yes,
Good to
Kailash.
see you.
Blessed love.
Bless.
What's up, Kasakim?
Blessed love. How are
Come on,
you?
man. Come sing a song before you go. She's gonna sing a song for you before you go.
Give thanks.
Okay.
Superstars are always ready.
We are rolling on. We are rolling on the tree of life. We are rolling on. Lord, I believe Jarastafari to receive under the tree of life. We are rolling on. We are rolling on. We are rolling on. Under the tree of life, we are rolling on. I say, Lord, I believe Jarastafari to receive under the tree of life. We are rolling.
Selassie. All right, the rated concert there. I know that all the people inside there. And high grade. Oh, number
Give
one,
thanks.
my superstar. All right, give thanks, my lord.
Give thanks.
Rastafari, blessed.
All right, love, love.
Love.
Blessed. Take
Give thanks.
care. Give thanks. Y'all. Oh, that's beautiful. That's the vibe. That's the kind of vibe we're really moving with. Just authentic and just love. You'll see just past the camera to anyone and they just shine in their full brilliance and their full uniqueness and let the world see. So that's really the aspiration for everyone out here, is for us to shine bright just like that. When the camera comes on you, you're ready. You're sharing your light, sharing your brightness. That was so beautiful. And I'm so grateful. Sending love to all of y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We return every Sunday at 9:15 Pacific time, 12:15 Eastern time. And y'all vibe with us every strong, just coming through with it. So sending y'all love, sending balance. Make sure you share this live with some folks, with some people. And otherwise, just keep focusing on self, keep loving yourself, and keep filling up that cup, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful, and sending y'all love. Take care.